I was never really into fitness. As a kid, I never imagined myself having an interest in any type of sport. In 2018, I was offered an opportunity at a local football club. I didn't think much of it at first, but after a while considering it, I decided to take the offer. I knew I had a long journey ahead of me, but I was determined to give everything that I had to this club. And that's where the journey begins.
Right, where should we start? First week into training. A few weeks into training, life was really good. I had some really good mates throughout the team. I was really enjoying the sessions. Eventually I even got my own kit. Due to consistently training for a few weeks with the team, I was eventually losing weight, I was feeling good, I was looking better, and I saw that as a really good thing. I started dieting a wee bit, I was counting calories. I'd usually go for the healthier option, which in my head was good. However, I don't think I realised that maybe it wasn't such a good thing. By Christmas, I basically lost all body mass that I had. I was unhealthily losing weight, and it was pretty dangerous really. I didn't eat breakfast, I barely had lunch, and I'd have a really not high calorie dinner, so realistically I wasn't fueling myself properly, and I paid the consequences for it. I continued to go to training, I continued to eat the same way I was, even though I was losing this weight, and I still didn't see a problem. I thought I was just trying to do the best I could. Once people started to point it out, I got a doctor's appointment organised just to see that I wasn't losing weight for any other reason. I didn't really have anything to fear going to the doctors because I knew in my head that I was healthy, I was doing well, and there was really nothing wrong with me. After seeing a doctor, I was diagnosed with an eating disorder. I was doing a lot of exercise, but I wasn't allowing myself to eat the amount of food to keep myself going. At this moment, I knew that if I didn't make a change, football wasn't going to work out because I was way too small, I was too light, and also just for my health, it wasn't healthy. And I had to make some sort of change. So I decided to join a local gym, and suddenly I found this place that I had so much potential to make so much good from, and it was time to get to work.
You
Out of nowhere, this opportunity appeared. My coaches felt that I was working really hard and that I deserved the opportunity. I knew I wouldn't get a lot of time on the pitch, but I knew that for the small amount that I had to impress. I wasn't in the starting lineup, but I figured that before the game. I was nervous, but I was more than ready to show what I could do, and what an opportunity to do it. With about 15 minutes to go, all the other substitutes were on and I wasn't on the pitch. I was ready to just hear the final whistle. I continued to warm up. My hopes weren't very high, but I just figured that it wasn't my day. However, when I turned around to see what was happening on the pitch, something interesting happened. A player in my team went down injured. He was the same position as me, a right winger, and the opportunity was here. As soon as the coach realised the player was down, he called me over and he said to me I was getting on. 15 minutes to go. It was not a lot of time, but I was grateful to get the opportunity and it was ready to go and prove why I should be in that team. After being on the pitch for a couple of minutes, we were on the attack. One of my mates had the ball. I was screaming at him to pass me the ball. I knew that if he did, this was a massive chance to score. He managed to slip it through to me, and the chance was there. After that game, I scored a goal in my debut. I was buzzing with it. However, I couldn't let that get to my head. I just had to keep going back to training, keep putting in the work. However, a few months later, the world was hit with some news that I don't think anybody could have predicted.
Well, the United Kingdom is now on total lockdown.
The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
The coronavirus has hit the UK. The world is still learning about this new coronavirus, which is rapidly spreading by the day.
You must stay at home.
So all of a sudden, you're now locked down. I couldn't go to the gym, football training was called off. I was left to do my own thing. As much as it initially looked like a setback, lockdown introduced me to something that would give me a lot of benefit. I was now a runner. I never really bothered with it before, but my fitness was getting better, my coaches were really happy with it, and ultimately it was the perfect solution to keep my match fitness up to as good as it could be. My days were usually made up of quite an early morning run, then some football training in the afternoon, and I was really happy. During lockdown, I think I worked really hard, and thankfully my hard work was recognised when my team and coaches said to me that they'd like to offer me a contract at the team. Despite not being able to see the team and having to talk to them through Zoom rather than in person, I was finally a part of the team. I was announced officially by the club and I could not be prouder. After a fair bit of time, training was back. I was really happy to be in about the team again. I hadn't seen them in ages, and I was ready to hopefully be playing much more regular football. However, after staying with the club for about a year, it didn't seem to work out. Despite being signed for the team, I wasn't a regular player. I was always on the bench, and I'd rarely make a 10-minute appearance. And ultimately this made me quite unhappy. You know, I wasn't playing the football that I hoped, the football that I worked for, and it just didn't work out, which is why after a year I decided to leave the club along with quite a few other lads, and that was it. All that unfortunately just didn't work out. Although I now wouldn't be training twice a week for football, I wanted to keep this fitness up because I worked hard for it and I did really enjoy it. I decided to make a new weekly routine which consisted of me running 5 days a week and being in the gym 7 days a week. And I still continue to do that. That's now my daily weekly routine and I love it. However, seeing any progress in the gym on running would only be possible if I was eating the right amount. Make sure that I'm eating enough pre and post workout, my hydration's good, my sleep's good, and I was seeing progress that I hadn't seen before. I've still not reached my full potential, both physically and psychologically. However, after my journey, I'm now a much happier and healthier individual, and yeah, I'm really proud of that.
I missed the ball completely.
And that's us done. Yes!